Let's move to Michael's old team, the Philadelphia Eagles, who dropped to 2-3 on the year after losing their NFC Championship game rematch to the Vikings yesterday. Even with Carson Wentz back, the Eagles haven't been able to recapture the magic of last season, with bad penalties, struggles in the red zone, and a poor secondary costing them a couple of close games. I think the Eagles' overconfidence, talked too much trash during the offseason, didn't come into this season with the right mindset. I don't think they're going to recapture the magic this year.
I don't have any faith in them this year. And a lot of people didn't have faith in them last year, including me. This was a team that felt no love through their Super Bowl run. This is a team that started wearing dog masks because we're the underdog, because no one believes in us. You know why? Despite their rankings offensively and defensively, it just didn't seem like a great team. It's like they were playing greater than the sum of its parts. Respect. Hey, you won a Super Bowl championship. But now you regress to the mean. You actually are who you were last year without an overachieving Super Bowl run, including Nick Foles, who we know what that is now.
You know what it reminds me of Carson Wentz's rookie year, his 2016 campaign, when they was trying to find an identity for the offense. And it took a couple weeks. They finished strong, but in 2017, I think they found a solution, and they started doing things that Carson Wentz liked. You've seen them checking at the line of scrimmage, calling plays from the line of scrimmage, and you've seen a more fluent offense. And then once he went down, Doug had to go back to the drawing board and find out what really worked for Nick. I think just going through that whole period in time really, helped them find out what type of offense they should be. Now, 2018, it's back to Carson Wentz. Do you go back to what you was doing in 2017? And, even though defenses are playing them a little different, they got more film on them, they have to find a way to make the offense flow more fluent. And I think you look at what they did with Nick Foles. It was a more vanilla type of offense. RPO. It wasn't too much thrown at him. And I think it made it easier for those guys to just go out and function without having to think too much about the offense and how it should move. And it just looked easier. Get back to that game plan. Find out what worked with Carson Wentz, with Nick Foles. Do it with Carson, because I think he can do it just a little bit better.
Michael, what do you think of Marcellus's point and kind of mine? I like Marcellus's underdog point. Their mentality changed. They went from the underdogs to this all offseason. Now we're the team that talks trash on Belichick. Now we're the team that's overconfident, writing books. Everybody's a superstar. I think they lost their identity.
They lost their identity and lost touch with what reality is as far as the NFL. You're going to get everybody's best every week.
Right.
And if they don't know now they know. They played against the Minnesota Vikings defense that got, to their credit, really good defense. So I didn't expect it to be a walk in the park. I expected them to play better, but at the end of the day, just too many turnovers, too many red zone woes.
Yeah, it's like an underdog mentality, like you said, losing touch with your identity. You come out this year getting everyone's best. Super Bowl hangover, whatever that means, still in terms of you're going to get everyone's best. But a basketball reference comes to mind for me. This team reminds me, and as they were going through the process, it's like, remember the Dallas Mavs when they won the NBA championship? And I was like, wow, where did that come from? How did this team
out of nowhere?
You're right. And then what happened after that? Like, they went back to where they are, which is not a team that
can't run the football neither.
Well, I'm going to say this about Dallas. They didn't even keep their players around to defend their title.
That's right.
And a lot of the players were upset about that. But I'll say this. I'll go with a Whitlockism that potentially will turn into a White.
Let's go.
Again, success is a waste if you can't handle it. And then a lot of people deal with failure better than they do success. And that's what I look at. I look at a team that can't handle success, and they actually deal with adversity. Remember that Philly team last year? They had all the injuries. Jason Peters. They had a bunch of adversity, and they could handle that. Success is so much harder to handle.
How about the Green Bay Packers? When they won their Super Bowl, they had 15 guys on IR. So the next year, everyone's healthy, and you're like, oh, they're going to kill the league. No, they didn't.
It was the opposite.
It's just the opposite.
Yeah, and you take into the account that they do have more time left. It's just coming out of the first quarter of the season, and, it's only a selected amount of time before they have to find a way to really make the offense go.
What's saving
it
them
starts
is
with
this
the running
division.
game, though.
This division's saving them. Let's be real. They're still in it.
Yeah, it's not the strongest division, but
no, it's the weakest.
And this adversity, though, might get them back to their true identity.
Yeah.
And again, because they're in the NFC East, they do have time to recover. They may make the play. Remember, the Giants used to make the playoffs as a wild card
every
and
year.
won 2 Super Bowls, 9-7, 10-6.
They got time.
Maybe that's what this Philly team is. All right, thanks, Mike. Coming up, after last night, Jason Garrett isn't exactly the most popular guy in Dallas right now. We'll give you our latest approval rating